Not trusting your instinct could get you killed by a serial killer. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly how real that is. 1 full week, 7 days in a row, filmed and published. If you are still here, you've crossed the point where most people quit something like this. Congratulations. Welcome to my world. I made one of the biggest decisions of my life this year with total certainty, no hesitation, and right now in this very exact moment, talking into this camera, I am anxious about what you're going to think of this post. Both of those things are true at the same time, and today's higher faculty of the mind is going to explain why. Day 7, the higher faculty of the mind is intuition, the difference between thinking and knowing. 3 things today. A test you can use starting tonight to tell the difference between your intuition and your fear. The reveal of whose voice I actually believe is speaking when intuition shows up. And research on when a gut feeling can genuinely be trusted and when it can't. Quick note before we get into today's work, I'm going through a 17-day personal development program on camera. What you get here every day is the free version of the concept. The full program, complete sessions and exercises, the live events where this community gathers in person, it's all available and everything is linked below. There's also a live event happening in Chicago on July 28th. Guests come free when I invite them after a quick qualifying call. I have some seats available, and if you want to not just do this work but earn while you share it, there's a business opportunity alongside all of this. More on that as we go along. I'm publishing one of these every single day for 17 days. Subscribing is how YouTube brings you back tomorrow. Quick heads up, if you haven't seen this film, minor spoiler in the next 10 seconds, listen to what he says about instinct versus politeness.
Let me ask you something. Why don't people trust their instincts? They sense something is wrong, somebody's walking too close behind them. You knew something was wrong. You came back into the house. Did I force you? Did I drag you? No. All I had to do was offer you a drink. It's hard to believe that fear of offending may be stronger than fear of pain, but you know what? It is. And they always come with it.
His gut told him something was wrong, and the thing that overrode it wasn't logic, it was politeness. The social conditioning to not be rude in the moment that mattered most. That's the whole episode in one scene. Now here's the test that might have saved him and might save you. When I listen to my intuition, I feel calm and at ease. When I don't, I get anxiety and I regret what I've done. That's the test. It's not magic. It's not a feeling of fireworks or angels singing. Calm and ease on one side, anxiety on the other. Sometimes the calm directive is inconvenient. Sometimes it's asking you to do the hard thing, the unglamorous thing, right? The thing you'd rather avoid. Intuition doesn't always feel like a warm hug. It just doesn't feel anxious. I listen to my own intuition now. I regret it every single time I don't, so why wouldn't I? I believe my intuition is God, not separate from my faith. It's how God speaks to me, moment to moment, decision to decision. Every story in this series so far, my hand shooting up at 6, the car lot, Dubuque, all of it. It was the same channel. I just didn't have the language for it yet. The decision to join the business I'm building was not a thinking decision, it was a knowing decision. I didn't run the numbers into the ground or make pros and cons lists until I talked myself out of it. I knew. And the calm that came with knowing that same calm I'm describing right now, that's what allowed me to move forward. If you've been overanalyzing an opportunity in your own life, sometimes the right yes doesn't arrive at a solved equation. It arrives as a knowing, and the endless analysis you're doing instead might just be fear wearing logic's clothing. Here's how this work connects to the work I do with people. Trusting your own instinct on camera, in a pitch, in a room where the stakes are high, is most of what separates someone who freezes from someone who leads. I help people find that calm certainty in their own communication, not therapy, communication. It lives in my school community alongside both pathways we're building there. Quick aside before the science, the business behind this channel is a high-ticket direct sales business building around the same personal development education I'm previewing here every day. The full program goes into a much deeper dive than what I can give you in a daily video, and it's available as a product. The opportunity page is the description. In the description lays out exactly how the whole thing works with video testimonials and all. So feel free to look at that on your own time. Fill out the short form there, and then fill out the Calendly link to schedule time. We'll be in Chicago July 28th, and I have a few seats available. Guests come free after a qualifying call. And if this is landing for you right now, that like button takes 2 seconds and genuinely helps YouTube show this to more people who need it. So thank you. I want to be honest about something because the irony of it isn't lost on me. I worry what people think of my social media posts for this business. And I'm telling you that in the very content that becomes one of those posts. My fear says, don't publish this. Don't let people see you worry about being seen. My intuition, God, says publish it anyway. So here it is. Let me tell you why that test actually holds up, because I don't want you trusting your gut blindly either. There's research from Daniel Kahneman and Gary Klein, 2 researchers who spent years disagreeing with each other and then published their findings together in 2009. What they found is more honest than the popular version of this advice. Intuition is trustworthy when you're in a predictable environment where you've had real practice and real feedback. It's far less trustworthy in chaotic, unpredictable situations. And here's the part that matters to you. Feeling confident about a decision is not the same as being right. Confidence isn't the test, being calm is. That's for me. There's also research from Antonio Damasio on what he calls somatic markers, the idea that your body sends you signals, calm or tense, before your conscious mind has finished thinking something through. It's genuinely supported, though not every researcher agrees on exactly how it works. What's not in dispute is that your body is part of that decision, not separate from it. And researcher Gert Gigerenzer has shown that in real-world, uncertain situations, simple intuitive judgment can actually outperform exhausting deliberation. Sometimes more information and more analysis doesn't get you a better answer. It gets you more anxious. Here's what today's session asked me. Whose voice am I actually listening to when I make a decision? You can't steer a parked car. Intuition doesn't usually arrive before you start moving. It corrects you while you're already in motion. You take the patient, faithful action first. The knowing adjusts the wheel as you go. Do you get the metaphor? I want to share 2 passages that have been sitting with me from the Holy Bible. Colossians chapter 3, verse 15. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful. The word rule there is a Greek word that literally means to act as umpire. Peace is the umpire. It makes the call. If peace isn't there, that's the umpire saying, stop. 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 12. And after the earthquake, a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a still small voice. God's voice isn't usually in the earthquake or in the fire. It's the quiet thing underneath all that noise. Let's close the loop. 1, the test is simple. Calm and ease is intuition, anxiety is fear. Use it tonight. 2, intuition is trustworthy in the right conditions. Real practice, real feedback, and confidence alone is never the proof. 3, you don't wait for the knowing before you move. You move and the knowing steers you. Here's your homework. Name 1 decision you're currently overthinking. Then ask yourself, when I picture moving forward, do I feel calm or do I feel anxious? If 7 days of this has you wondering whether this business is yours to build, here's the truth of it. The education is the product. I'm the support system. The form is on the opportunity page below. Fill it out and then schedule the call. If you're near Chicago on July 28th, I have seats waiting. Guests come free after a quick call with me. And if you're not ready for either one yet, the free school community is open. Come watch for a while. The skeptics in there ask the best questions. Tomorrow is day 8. If this is doing something for you, subscribe so it finds you. Share it with someone who needs to hear that the right yes is sometimes knowing, not a spreadsheet. And tell me in the comments, when have you regretted not listening to your own intuition? I read all of the comments and I will reply. I'm Chrissy Hogue Bartels. I will see you on day 8.